Good day, viewers. In this video tutorial, in less than 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to solve simultaneous equation using Cramer's rule. Solving simultaneous equation, 3 simultaneous equations using Cramer's rule. Look at the question. It says, use Cramer's rule to solve x minus 2y minus 3z equals to 3. X plus y minus z equals to 2. 2x minus 3y minus 5z equals to 5. That's the simultaneous equation we are asked to what? Solve using Cramer's rule. But before we go into this solution of this, remember, if you have not subscribed to this channel, endeavor to subscribe to enable me grow this what? Channel. Your subscription is necessary to me. Then like, share to your friend after you have what? Subscribe. Then turn on the what? Notification bell for more video whenever we upload video. Thank you for subscribing. Let's go to solution. Then solution. The first thing I'm going to do here is to take the coefficients of all the value here. What's the coefficients of x here? Which is 1. I have written it here. What is the coefficients of y here? Look at the coefficients of y here. Is 2, minus 2. I'm writing it here. Minus 2. Then now, what's the coefficient of z here? Minus 3. I'll write it down. Then I will come here. What's the coefficients of x here? 1. I write it down here. What's the coefficients of y here? Is plus 1. I've written it here. Then what's the coefficients of z here? Minus 1. Coefficients of z here is minus z. Mean coefficients of z here is minus 1. I put it down. What's the coefficients of x here? Is 2. I put it down. What's the coefficients of y here? Is minus 3. I put it down. What's the coefficients of z here? Minus 5. I put it down. Then after I have done this, taking the coefficients of x, coefficients of y, coefficients of z, I write it down. I put a circle. Then that starts my journey. Then after I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do, you remember, the next thing I'm going to do is to what? Place sign. To write a place sign. We have a place sign plus, minus, plus. For what? Constant, for constant horizontal, for constant rule. If I'm making my rule to be constant, I'm going to use x. If I'm making my rule to be constant, I'm going to use this place sign. If I'm making my column to be constant, I'm going to make use of this plus, minus, plus. If I'm talking my column to be what? Constant. But in this solution, I'm going to make my rule to be constant. Why my column will be varying. So I'm going to make use of this place sign. Then, but look at what I mean. Then look at it. The coefficients is 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 3, minus 5. Then I use a line. Look at the line I draw. This line is drawn, which is my rule. Look at my column. I get what I'm saying now. You see the line I draw. This is my hand. This is my hand now. Give me this. Dex. Look at my hand. Look at what I'm doing. That's the line I draw. Line and dex. And this give me row. This give me column. After I have done this, among these values, which one is free? I see that 1 is free. Minus 1 here is free. Minus 3 is free. And minus 5 is free. I write it down here, which is 1, minus 1, minus 3, and minus 5. I put it down. Then where does these two lines I draw met? Which is my row and my column met at 1. And that 1 is what? Look at the sign. Plus. What's the sign here? Plus. I write it down. 1. Look at my DO. That's what I put here. DO equals to. The first one, I have done this. I have what? Where he intersects is what? 1. And what is the sign? Positive. What's the sign here? Positive. That means the 1 is positive. I write it down. I put my word column, which is we call what? Determinants. Then now, what is free here? 1, I write it down. What is free here? Minus 1, I write it down. What is free here? Minus 3. What is free here? Minus 5. What does it mean by free? The one that the line I draw does not what? Touch. After I've done that. Then remember what I'm using. I'm keeping my rule constant. Coming over here, you see my rule, which the line I draw is constant. It doesn't move. But what move now? My column move to the center. Have you seen where my column move? Look at where I draw the second line. My column move to the center. Then as it moves to the center, my rule is constant. That's why I'm making use of this word, the sign. Look at here. This is what I'm using sign. So now, as my rule is constant, my column move. Then, where does these two lines met? My rule and my column met at -2. Looking at it, this is -2. Looking at the place sign, come over here. The place sign, what is here? Minus. Can you see here? It's minus. Minus will give me plus. Then that's what I put plus here. Have you seen the plus? Minus will give me what? Plus. I put plus here, 2. Then now, what is free? 1 minus 1, 2 minus 5. That's what I put it down. 1, put down -1, 2, and minus what? 5. That's the one the line does not match. I'm done with that. I come to this. My rule remain constant as I say. What move now? My column move to the last. As it move to the last, where does these two lines meet? The line I draw, where does it meet? It meets at what? -3. -3. And this is -3. What's the place sign? Come over here. It's plus. Plus and the -3. Minus. Plus minus will give me minus. And I put minus what? 3. Then what is free there? I draw my line. What is free? 1, 1, 2, -3. And I write it 1, 1, 2, -3. I'm through. Now, after I have gotten this, now DO, which is my determinant DO is equals to 1, which is this 1. This will be 1 times -5 minus 1 times 3. Look at it here. This one in bracket. Inside the bracket I have 1 times -5 in bracket minus. This minus is constant. I said this minus is constant. I open bracket again. -1 times -3 in bracket. I close the main bracket. I start again. This one outside the bracket. I open bracket. In bracket. 1 times -5. Look at this. 1 times -5. This times is -5. That gives me the bracket. Minus. This minus is constant. It's always here. I open bracket again. -1 times -3. I close the bracket. I'm through with this. I come over here. Plus. Look at the plus. Then plus 2. I open bracket. The second bracket. I open the second bracket. What I have here? 1 times -5. Look at this. 1 times -5. 1 times -5. I close it in bracket. Minus, which I told you, this minus is what? Constant. Minus, I open bracket again. -1 times 2. Look at it. -1 times 2. I close the bracket. Close the main bracket. I'm through with this one. I come for this. I have the minus. This minus into 3. I open the bracket. 1 times -3, which is 1 times -3. Close the bracket. Minus, this minus is constant as I say. Times 1 times 2. Look at this. 1 times 2. Close the bracket. I close the main bracket. I'm through with it. Then I come to my determinant DO equals to. You remember, 1 times -5 will give -5. Minus 1 times -3 will give me what? 3. -1 times -3 will give me what? 3. Minus. Look at it. -1 times -5 will give me what? -5. -1 times -3 will give me what? 3. -3. Look at it here. I close my bracket again. Plus. Look at my plus. 2. Then 1 times -1. 1 times -5 will give me -5. Then 1 times 2 will give me -2. -2 times -2 times minus here will give me +2. Coming over here. -3. You remember, come over here. 1 times minus 3 will give me minus 3. Minus 1 times 2 will give me 2. And my minus is 6. Which means minus 3 minus 2. That's it. Then coming over here, I say minus 5 minus 3 will give me minus 8. Minus 5 minus 3 means I'm owing 5. I'm owing another 3. Total of what I'm owing is what? 8. Minus means I'm owing. I'm owing 5, I'm owing 3. Total of what I'm owing is what? 8. Plus 2. I'm owing 5. I paid 2. I'm owing 5. I paid. Plus mean I paid. Plus 2 mean what I have. This is what I'm owing. I'm owing 5. I paid 2. I'm still owing what? 3. That's what they say, minus 3. Then coming over here. I'm owing 3. I'm owing 2. Minus 3 means I'm owing. Minus 2 means I'm owing. I'm owing 3. I'm owing 2. What I'm owing in total is what? 5, which is minus 5. Minus indicates that I'm still owing what I'm owing. Then open the bracket. 1 times minus 8 will give me minus 8. 2 times minus 3 will give me minus 6. Minus 3 times minus 5 will give me 15. Come over here to see it. We'll come over here. We'll see minus 1 times minus what? 8. Give me minus 8. 2 times minus 3. Give me minus 6. Minus 3 times minus 5. Give me 15. Adding this over. I'm owing 8. I'm owing 6. What I'm owing in total is what? 14. That means minus 14. Minus 14 plus 15 will give me what? 1. That's how I get what? 1. That my DO is 1. Then let me go to look for my what? X. I have gotten my DO. DO is the first thing I'm going to get. After I have gotten my DO, what I'm going to do next now? What I'm going to do next? For me to get this my X, I want to get my X, the value of X. I will use this constant. Look at the constant. 3, 2, 5 is constant. 3, 2, 5 is constant. I will use this constant and replace the coefficients of X in this. I will use what? 3, 2, 5 to replace these coefficients of X. Mean I'm looking for dx. Then when I have done that, I will do the same procedure what I did here. I will get my dx. Then for me to look for y, I'm going to use these coefficients to replace y. So let's go for it. I have used these constants to replace the value of x. Then when I have done that, it means I'm looking for x. Since I want to look for x, I'm going to use these constants to replace the coefficients of x. I have done that. Since I've done that, I'll start the same procedure I did when I'm getting my determinant. I'll start the same procedure. What's the same procedure? I'm maintaining my constant row and varying what? Column. Therefore, I'm going to use this place sign continuously. Since I'm maintaining my what? Constant rule and what? Varying what? Column. I'm going to use this place sign constant. Then looking at it now. I do my hand like this. Look at what I did my hand. You see, I'm using this line to make you to understand it properly. But in exam, you don't need to draw this. After I have done this, I'll give you the free format so that when I'm doing that, you will know what I'm doing. Look at my hand. I'm using my hand to draw this line I did now. Look at it. When I do that, you see these two lines intersect here at 3. And what's the sign here? Plus. What's the sign of 3 here? Plus. I have to put plus. Then what is free from this line? The one that this line does not touch is 1 minus 1 minus 3 minus 5. Well, look at it. 1 minus 1 minus 3 minus 5. I close my bracket. Then coming over here for the second one. My line have moved. Have you seen my column have moved to the one, the middle, because I'm maintaining constant row. I will do my hand again like this. Have you seen what I did? I do my hand like this. Constant what? Row. Varying column. Then where did they intersect? They are intersect at minus 2. This line I draw and this one intersect at minus 2. Minus here, I look at it by my place sign. Look at it, it's minus. Then minus will give me what? Plus. I have plus 2. Look at it, I take the plus 2. Then what is free in this line? I have 2 minus 1, 5, minus 5. Look at it. 2 minus 1, 5, minus 1. Minus 5. Have you seen it? Then I close my bracket. I come over here for the third. Look at minus here, plus, give me minus 3. Then what is free? 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, minus 3. Look at it, 5 minus 3. Then I'm through with this. I'll start my same procedure. dx, which I'm looking for, my dx. My dx is equals to, why did I put x? Because I've replaced the x with constant. That means I'm looking for x. I call it dx. Then now opening it, I have 3 here. This becomes 1 times minus 5, 1 times minus 5. You remember I told you that this minus is constant. Minus 1 times minus 3. Look at it here. I close the main bracket. Plus, look at the plus here. I put the plus. 2 into 2 times minus 5. Look at the 2 times minus 5 in bracket. Minus, which is constant, into minus 1 times 5, minus 1 times 5. I close the bracket, close. Minus 3. Then I open the bracket. 2 times minus 3, give me 2 times minus 3, minus, which is the constant. I told you the minus is constant. Minus, we have 1 times 5, which is a 1 times 5. Look at it, 1 times 5. 2 times minus 3, 1 times 5. Look at it here. I get what I'm saying, I close. Then now, I begin to open the bracket now. 3 outside, 1 times minus 5 will give me minus 5. And 1 times minus 1 times minus 3 will give me minus 3. Will give me what? Plus 3. Look at it. Minus 1 times minus 3 will give me plus 3. Minus, look at it, minus 3. Are you get what I'm saying? Look at it, plus 3, minus, look at it over here. Then plus, look at my plus here, into 2 times minus 5 will give me minus 10. Are you get what I'm saying? Then now, minus 1 times 5 will give me minus 5. Minus 5 times minus will give me plus 5. Now this is what I write here. Minus 2 times minus 5 give me what? Minus 10. Then minus 1 times 5 give me minus 5. Minus 5 times 1 give me plus 5. Close this one. Then minus, look at this, minus 3. Look at it here. Minus 3, look at it here. And I have here 2 times minus 3 will give me minus 6. Have you seen it now? Coming over here, 1 times 5 will give me 5 minus. Give me minus 5. Right? You get what I'm saying now? Then now, opening the bracket properly, I have minus 5 minus 3 means I'm owing 5, I'm owing 3. Total of what I'm owing is what? 8, which is minus 8. Plus, look at plus 2. I'm owing 10, I paid 5. I owing 10, I paid 5, I'm still owing 5. Are you get what I'm saying? That one is minus 10 plus 5, give me what? Minus 5. Then minus 3 out. I'm owing 6, I'm owing 5. What I'm owing in total is what? 11. That means minus what? 11. I'm owing 6, I'm owing 5. Total what I'm owing is what? 11. Then when I close that, I'm going to open this bracket right now. Opening this bracket, I have 3 times minus 8 will give me what? Minus 24. 3 times minus 8 will give me minus 24. 2 times minus 5 will give me what? Minus 10. And minus 3 times minus 11 will give me what? Plus 33. Then minus 24 minus what? 10 will give me what? Minus 34. Minus 34 plus 33 will give me minus 1. That's what I got here. Minus 1. Then now, after I've gotten this my dx is minus 1. And now I want to get my what? X. Right now, let us get our x. Look at what I'm doing here. Look at it. I will now say my x. Look at my x is equals to what? dx, which I have, divided by do. What did I say? My x, the value of x now become dx, which I got, divided by do, which I have already gotten before. Do, I have gotten the do, which means that x is equals to what? Minus 1 divided by 1. My do is 1, which we got the first time. And minus 1 divided by 1 will give me minus 1. That means that my x is equals to minus what? 1. Right now, I've gotten my x. I'm looking for my y. I'm looking for my y. I'm going to use this constant here to replace every coefficient of y here. This will replace this one. This will replace this one. This will replace this one for y. Then after I've done that, I'm going to do the same procedure what I did here. Then after I've done that, I've got my what? Z, my y. I'll also do the same thing for my z.
By the time I finish it, that's the end of the whole thing. Let's go. I'm going to replace this. I'm going to replace my coefficients of y with this. Well, let's go to that.
Yeah. Now, I have replaced the coefficients of y with the constant 3, 2, 5. I have replaced the coefficients of y with constant 3, 2, 5. Now, the coefficients of x which I replaced before have come back, which I have 1, 2, 1, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, that's coefficients of z over there. Then looking at it, I'm going to continue the same procedure I did while I'm getting my determinant. Right now, what I'm going to write is dy. Why am I writing dy? Because I'm looking for y, dy. Then I have this, look at the line, I'm maintaining my constant rule. Look at my constant rule. Why my word column goes. Therefore, I'm going to use my place sign plus, minus, plus. This is my place sign now. Why am I using this place sign? Because I'm maintaining constant rule. If I want to maintain constant column, I'm going to use plus, minus, plus. Are you get what I'm saying? Plus, minus, plus. If I'm maintaining constant column, that my column is constant, while my rule will continue varying. But right now, I'm maintaining my word constant rule, my column will continue varying. Then now, when I have done that, you see the line, look at my hand, look at my hand. And when I have done that, what is 3? 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5. Then I come to this. Then I look at it here. Before then, you remember where these two lines intersect is what? 1. And what's the 1? Positive 1. And what is here? Positive 1. Well, look at it, positive 1. Coming over here, I do the same line. Have you seen my rule constant? Why my what? Column is varying. My column have changed from here to here. Why my rule is constant? Then what is 3? 1 minus 1, 2 minus 5. Then where does it intersect? The line intersects at 3. And what's the sign of 3? Plus. What's the place sign over here? Minus. Minus plus will give me minus. That's why I have minus 3. I hope I close. I have 1, 1, 2, 2, minus 1, minus 5. Look at minus 1, minus 5, minus 1, minus 5. Close. Then I come to this. I will do my rule, constant rule. My rule is constant. Why my column vary to the end? Then getting to the end, where did they intersect? They intersect at minus 3. Minus 3. That's where the two lines intersect. Look at my hand. That's where they intersect. And look at minus and plus. Look at my place sign here. It's plus. Plus minus will give me what? Minus. That's why I have minus 3. And what is 3 here? 1, 2, 2, 5. 1, 2, 2, 5. Look at 1, 2, 2, 5. Are you get what I'm saying? Then I start my procedure again. I open the bracket. 1, this becomes 2 times minus 5, 2 times minus 5. Minus 1 times 5, look at it here. Which is minus here is constant. This time is minus. Constant. I get what I'm saying? Then now, I come over here, minus 3. I open bracket. This time this and this time this. This time this in this bracket. Minus is a constant. This time this in this what bracket. I close the general bracket. Minus 3, look at it. This time this in this bracket. Minus is a constant. This time this in this bracket. I close the bracket. Right now, and I move again to open the main bracket. My 1 is aside. This time this will give me minus 10. This time this will give me minus 5. Minus 5 times minus will give me plus 5. I come over here. Minus 3, look at it here. 1 times minus 5 will give me minus 5. Then minus 1 times 2 will give me minus 2. Minus 2 times minus will give me plus 2. I've seen it here. Then I have my minus 3 here. Look at it here. 1 times 5 will give me what? 5. 2 times 2 will give me 4, which is minus 4. Look at my minus. Give me minus 4. Then coming over here, I have minus 10. I'm owing 10. I pay 5. I'm still owing 5. I'm owing 10, I pay 5, I'm still owing 5. That means minus 10 plus 5 give me minus 5. Then minus 3 into minus 5 plus 2 will give me minus 3. That means I'm owing 5, I pay 2, I'm still owing 3. Then minus 3 here, 5 minus 1 will give me 1. Then right now I'm going to what? Open the bracket. Opening the bracket become what? 1 times minus 5 will give me minus 5. Look at here. 1 times minus 5 will give me minus 5. Look at minus 5 here. Minus 3 times minus what? Minus 3 times minus 3 will give me what? 9. That's give me what? 9. Then that's give me 9.
And I have minus 3 times 1 will give me what? Minus 3. 5 minus 5 plus 9 will give me what? 4. Minus 5 times, the 5 minus 5 plus 9 will give me what? 4. What does it mean? I'm owing what? 5. I pay 9. I'm have a balance of what? 4. I'm owing 5. I pay 9. I have a balance of 4. Balance of 4 minus 3 will give me what? 1. Balance of 4 minus 3 will give me what? 1. Look at it here. 1. So when I have this, I have my 1 here. Then that's my dy. Then now my dy, let us look at my what? X, my y now. I have my y now is equals to dy divided by do. dy divided by do. And that give me my y is equals to what? 1 divided by 1. My do is 1. My dy is 1. 1 divided by 1 will give me my answer to the 1. That means my y is equals to what? 1. Then y, we have gotten our x to be what? X is already minus 1. My y is 1. Then I'm going to look for my z, which is question mark. Then for me to look for my z, I'm going to use this constant to replace the coefficients of z in this column. Use this to replace the what? Coefficient of what? Z, and do the same procedure. You got the z. Let's go for it. I have used this constant value to replace the coefficients of z. Looking at it now, you will not see the coefficients of z anymore. Rather, what you will see here is a constant, which is 325. Look at it. 325. I'm using it to replace it. I return the coefficient of z. The coefficients of y what is returned now. You see that the coefficients of y is minus 2, 1, minus 3. Minus 2, 1, minus 3. Coefficients of x is 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. That's what you see here is 1, and here is 1, 1, 1, 2. Then looking at it now, I continue the same procedure I did in getting my determinants. The procedure I did in getting my determinants, I have dz. Right now, I'm going to write it dz equals to, doing my hand like this, I find out that these two lines, which is my constant rule, my column variable. Look at my constant rule, they intersect at 1, and 1 is positive 1. Looking at here, my place sign, look at my place sign is positive, therefore it will become positive 1. I take that 1 right here, and what is free here is 1, 2, minus 3, minus 3, 5. I have 1, 2, minus 3, 5. Then coming to the next, I have the second one. My constant rule, why my column now have changed the position. Look at my column before, you have changed position to this place. Constant rule, column have varied to the center. And where did they intersect? They intersect at minus 2. Look at it, this is minus 2. They intersect at minus 2. Then what is the place sign over there? This is minus 2. The place sign here is minus. And minus will give me what? Plus. That's why you see now plus 2. I have to take the 2, put it here, which is plus 2. And what is free? 1, 2, 2, 5. 1, 2, 2, 5. I close the bracket. Then now I go to the third one. My rule constant y column have changed to the extreme end. And where did they intersect? At 3. And what is the place sign of 3? This is plus. What is here is what? Plus. And I have a plus 3. Then what is free? 1, 2, 2, 2 minus 3. That's 1, 1, 2 minus 3. 1, 1, 2 minus 3. Look at it. I'll start now my journey. Then I say dz. Then I have my 1 outside the bracket. I close the bracket. 1 times 5. Look at it in the bracket. 1 times 5. Minus, which I told you is a constant. 2 times minus 3. Look at it in the bracket. 2 times minus 3. I close the bracket. Plus, look at this plus over here. I have my 2. I open the bracket. 1 times 5. Look at it in the bracket. 1 times 5. Minus 2 times 2. Look at it in the bracket. I have my minus, which is constant. I close the bracket. I come over here. Plus 3. I have plus 3. I open the bracket. 1 times minus 3. Look at it. 1 times minus 3 in the bracket. Minus, which is the constant. 1 times 2. Look at it. 1 times 2 in the bracket. I close it. Then right now I started to open the bracket. 1, look at my 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Then 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 times minus will give me plus 6. Look at it here. I'm through it. I come over here. Plus 2. I have 1 times 5 will give me 5. And 2 times 2 will give me 4 minus. Give me minus 5 minus 4. That's 5 minus 4. Look at here, plus. Look at my plus here. 3, I have what? 1 times minus 3 will give me minus 3. And 1 times 2 will give me 2 minus what? 2. That give me minus 2. Look at here. I have my minus 2 here. Then I have 5 plus 6 will give me what? 11. Excuse me. Then 5 minus 4 will give me 1. And minus 3 minus 2. I'm owing 3, I'm owing 2. Total of what I'm owing is minus 5. I have 3 into minus 5. Now I'm going to open the bracket. I have 1 times 11, give me 11. And 2 times 1, give me what? 2. And then 3 times minus 5, give me minus 15. Then I have 11 plus 2, give me 13. And minus 15. That means 13 minus 15, give me minus what? 2. That's my DZ. That means I have my DZ to be what? That means my dx, that's, I'm going to get my z now. That means my z is equals to dz all over what? do, my determinant. And I have that my what? Z is equals to my dz is what? Minus what? 2 divided by 1 with my do. My answer for z, that means my z is equals to what? Minus 2. Therefore, I have now my z now here is minus 2. That makes x is minus 1 and y is what? 1 and what? Z is what? Minus 2. That means what we have here that x is equals to minus 1, my answer, and what? Xy is equals to 1 and the z is equals to minus 2. And that's our what? Answer for the question. You remember, this is what? 3 simultaneous equation. Then you remember that in exam, this is a reformat what I'm going to do. But in exam, we are not going to be drawing this. It will take us time. Therefore, we are going to use our hand. Let me show you what to do in exam. Now, I want to show you how you are going to do it in exam. Because the drawing is not what you're going to draw. Look at how you're going to do it in exam. I have the coefficients of x and y represented here. Right now, I'm starting with my do. I'll say my do equals to, look at my hand, I'll do like this. Look at what I'm using my hand to draw that diagram I did, the lines. When I do like this, and I see the line intersect at 1, my constant rule, plus, I will write it 1. I have what is free now become 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 minus 5. That's what is what? Free. This is a free. Then I'll come again. I'll use my hand again. Look at my hand, constant rule. My column have varied now. Look at where my column is. Look at it. Look at it. And where they intersect at minus 2. Minus 2 minus minus give me plus 2. I have what? 2. I have a free. What is free? My 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. What is free at 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 are free from that. What I did now. I have this again. My constant what rule. These have come to column here. And what where did they intersect at minus 3? Look at my hand. Where they intersect at minus 3, I will have minus what? 3. Why did I write minus? Minus plus will give me what? Minus 3. And what is free? Look at here. 1, 1, 2 minus 3. 1, 1, 2 minus 3. That's what is free. As I did my opening by opening the bracket, I have 1 inside this. This times this will give me 1 times minus 1, 5 in bracket. I have minus into minus 1 times minus 3, minus 1 times minus 3. I close my bracket. I have my plus again 2. I open the bracket again. 1 times minus 5, 1 times minus 5. I close the bracket. Minus is constant. I have minus 1 times 2. I have minus 1 times what? 2. Close. I close the bracket. I come over here. Minus 3. I open the bracket. I have my bracket like this, open again, 1 times minus 3, 1 times minus 3, close, minus 1 times 2, will give me 1 times what? 2, close the bracket, then I close the big bracket. I have to say do equals to what? 1, I have what? This time this will give me minus what? 5, and this time this will give me what? Plus 3, minus what? 3, I have this like this, then plus 2, open the bracket, 1 times this give me minus 5. This times this will give me what? Minus 2 times minus will give me plus what? 2. I close the bracket again. I have minus 3. I open the bracket. 1 times minus 3 give me minus 3. This will times this will give me minus what? 2. Close the bracket. I have my DO equals to, that give me 1 into what? Minus minus will give me minus what? 8. I close plus 2. This minus plus this will give me minus 3. Closer. And this will give me minus 3. This will give me minus minus will give me minus what? 5. I have this. Then I can complete it over here. I have my DO equals to this 1 times minus 8 will give me minus 8. And the 2 times minus 3 will give me what? Minus 6. And the minus 3 times what? 5. Minus 5 will give me plus 15. I get what I'm saying now. Minus 3 times minus 5 will give me plus 15. And my u is equals to minus 8 minus 6 will give me what? Minus 14 plus what? 15. And my du is equals to what? 1. Have you seen what I did? So I don't need to be drawing that diagram. The diagram I draw is to make you what? Understand what my hand is going to be doing. So is what you are going to use your hand to draw is what I've drawn for you so that you know the format. Then the same thing I'm going to do to get my x. If I want to get my x now, I'm going to remove this man over here. I remove this man over here. I'm going to replace it with my constant, which is what? 3, 2, and what? 5. Look at my constant, 3, 2, 5. I'm using to replace it. And this, my DO, will turn to be what? DX. I get what I'm saying? DO will turn to DX. Immediately turn to DX, I go the same procedure by doing this again. I do this again, and what they meet at 3. This place will now be 3, and what is 3 here? 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 3 minus 5 are still 3. I have my hand again like this. And I have here, look at it, here, where they intersect at minus 2. Minus minus will give me plus, will give me plus 2. And you get what I'm saying? Now what is 3? 2. This one will now be 2, which is what? 3, this man. And the 5, here we turn to the what? 5 again here. Then what is here? 5, 1 is 3. Look at what my hand do, the second one, this second stage, which is this and this and this and this are 3. Then I have the last one, this to this. This to this, and where they intersect at minus 3, and here is plus minus. I have minus 3. What is the 3? 2, 1, 5, 3. Here we go at 2, 1, and here we go at 5 minus 3. I get what I'm saying? I continue my procedure. Then what am I going to do? This time this, giving me this time this, giving me this. Don't worry, they are the same here. Then coming over here, this time this will be now 2 now. Over here, and this time next will be what? This time next will be 1 times 5. Here I have to change to the what? 5. Then I come over here. Then here 2 times 3. This will be now what? 2. And this 1 times 5. This will now be what? 5. You have seen how the thing changes. This is a procedure. I have my here to do what? My dx again. Here will be my dx. And after I've done that, I open the bracket. I have this time next will give me this. This time next will give me what? This. Coming over here, I have this time this will give me 10. That's minus 10. Is no more what? Minus 5, minus what? 10 right now. And here, this time this will give me what? Minus 5, minus will give me what? Plus 5. I get what I'm saying? Look at it here. I'm changing the whole thing now. And coming over here, this is my minus. 2 times this will give me 6. That's give me minus 6. Here will give me minus 6. And here times this will be 5 minus 5. I get what I'm saying? Minus 6 minus 1, 5. Are you there? Then now, coming over here now, this and this will give me 8, which is correct. This and this will give me minus 5, not minus 3. That give me minus 5. And this will give me what? Minus 11. That give me minus 11. Then opening the bracket now, this 1 times minus 8 will give me minus 8. This times 2 times minus 5 give me minus 10, and that give me minus 10. And 3 times this, and 3 times this, that's 5, and this 6, and 3 times this will give me plus 33, plus 33. What I have here? No. You remember I'm using 1 here. Here have to be 3. And here have to be 3, and here have to be what? 3, you remember? 3 times 8 will give me 24. Will give me what? 24. Are you get what I'm saying? And the 2 times 5 will give me what? 10. And this times this will give me what? 33. This give me 33. Remember? Minus 3 times this will give me what? 33. This plus this will give me what? 34. This give me minus 34 plus what? 33. And that give me 1. Minus 1. Are you get what I'm saying now? That give me minus 34 my plus 33 will give me what? 1. That might mean that my dO is equals to what? Minus 1. My dx, this is dx. This dx, you know what we are replacing? Dx. That means my dx is what? Minus 1. My x is equals to dx divided by dO, which give me minus 1 over 1, and my x is equals to minus 1. So this is what you repeat. Are you know what I'm saying now? Doing the next one, I'm going to return the coefficients of this man over here. I'm going to replace this with a constant. I take this one over here, then replace this man back again. I do the same thing I do. Then after I've done that, I get my what? Y. I go to my Z. I'm going to replace this with this. I do the same thing. So that's what you do. So if you love what we are doing in this channel, please endeavor to subscribe. Your subscription is necessary to help me to grow my channel. Thank you for what? Loving the channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. See you in the next video.